What's up, guys? Ryan here, Top Notch Persona. Welcome back to the page. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about the importance of knowing your why, your intentions behind anything you do. Of course, I'm going to be talking a bit more about your intentions with style and fragrances, but this applies to universally anything. But before we get into it, remember at some point today, give this one a thumbs up. Remember to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. I've been posting a lot more, so you definitely want to stay on board with that. And it would really help me out if you shared my content with anybody you know who might benefit. Alright, let's talk about intentions. So again, I'm going to use the book Modern Bushido to reference what I'm talking about. I think I said this last time, but this is a great guidebook for fairly complicated topics, and he very much simplifies them. He puts them in a very digestible way, easy to understand. So in this chapter, he was talking about right actions and knowing which actions were right and being able to make those right actions. And this part in the chapter really stood out to me. I think is very important. So he's talking about how right actions can only occur when you really know why you're doing them, right? So he talks extensively about the difference between reacting based on emotions and saying don't do that, and he talks about reacting based on logical thought, right? So it starts with thought and then it goes into action. So there's a couple of parts here that I want to read. One of them is actually a quote from a goddess of Chinese mythology, I believe, Guanyin Zhu. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Let me know down below if you know anything about her. I really couldn't find much, and I love mythology, so I would love to know more. But she says, the secret of success is the secret to success is before attempting anything, be very clear about why you are doing it. So, I mean, that absolutely actually does sound like something that would come from a religious text. I didn't know that she was a goddess until I looked it up yesterday when I was preparing this video. But it makes a lot of sense, and it's a really profound quote, I think. You know, basically, in order to ensure success, you need to really think about it. You really need to know why you're even doing it, why you want that success, right? So Sanders goes on later, a couple paragraphs down. He says it is vitally important for you to be clear on why you do what you do. If you don't have a clear picture of what you want, and you don't really understand why it is important for you to continue to work to achieve your goals, you know, style related or anything, you will find that it will be much harder to keep yourself motivated. So essentially, the reason that this really stood out to me was because the more I thought about it, the more I realized that it's absolutely the truth. And you look around today, and a lot of people, a lot of guys, a lot of women, people in general, they just don't seem to know what they're doing. They're like going through the motions without really thinking about it. Like, they don't seem to have a why. They don't seem to be driven by anything. Yeah, maybe they're driven by security, or they're driven by, you know, the need for, you know, human interaction or something like that. But they don't really seem to have an intrinsic why. And consider this with style, right? If you start dressing up, first off, when you start dressing up, you're probably going to feel a little bit awkward, right? Regardless. But if you know why you want to look your best, dress your best, spend money on clothes, go out of your way to be the best dressed guy in the room, you're going to do it. You're going to become that. You're going to embody the confidence, and it's going to radiate off of you, right? But if you don't have a reason, if you don't know why you even want that, or like I mentioned in a video, I don't remember exactly when I posted it, but I said about the style mistakes, and how a big mistake is how Some guys just do what their girlfriends want or whatever. But in that case, you don't have a why. The reason why is somebody else is telling you. And if you don't have that deep rooted intrinsic why, you're not going to want to dress up. You're not going to want to spend money. You're not going to want to go through all the motions to look your best. Right? And same thing, even consider with like fragrance, right? I mean, what guy is going to want a fragrance unless they have a reason why they want to wear it, right? Who's going to go out of their way and spend, $80, $90, $100 on a fragrance, right? This one's actually on the cheaper end, but, on average, they're fairly expensive. So why would you wear one unless you really knew why, right? You probably wouldn't. So that's the point that Bohdi Sanders is really making in the book, and it's a very true point for whatever you do, whether it's style or just your life goals. Just knowing why will provide further motivation, further drive, further excitement and passion, and people are going to recognize it, and it's just going to have a spiraling upward effect. Whereas if you don't have that stuff and you don't have your reason, you don't know why, it's just going to stagnate. It's not necessarily going to go down, but it's not going to go up. People aren't going to get a sense of that excitement and passion that they would if you know why. So why do you guys dress up? Why are you going out of your way to look your best? Is it because of confidence? Is it to attract attention? Let me know down in the comments why. Also, if you haven't yet, remember to give this one a thumbs up. Remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and it would greatly help me out if you shared my videos with whoever might benefit. Alright guys, until next time, peace.